Make sure you guys check out tonight's channel sponsor, ANDAR. Go to ANDAR.com. Link is down below and use code ZAK for 15% off. High grain. I always say high grain. Full grain leather wallets. They got wallets made of cork. They got big boy wallets. They got the thin wallets. They got the minimal wallets. They got the big purses. They got the little purses. They got the MacBook covers. They got the iPhone cases. They got the MacBook cases. All sorts of great stuff. They're handmade, United States, sourced overseas there in Italy with the leather. Check them out, andar.com. Use code ZAK for 15% off. Appreciate all you guys that have been using that code and helping out with the channel. We're going to get started after this. I can't. That's not the right song. That's not the right one either. Let's go with this one. All right. Welcome everyone to ZAKtalks Tech. My name is Zak. I'll be your awkwardly not prepared host tonight on the show. Welcome to the Tuesday show, the Synthwave show. It is Tuesday, December 28th. We have 3 days left in the year, and then everything changes on January 1st. Like nothing. It won't be the same. Everything changes. Don't you know that? Everything changes on January 1st. All your responsibilities change. None of your debts matter anymore. Nothing matters. It's a clean slate on January 1st. A lot of people will believe that. Welcome to the show. We're not cynical around here at all. People, I'm excited about tonight's show. So the format's going to be a little bit different. I will definitely acknowledge our channel members in the chat here. People, we're going to do our camera check really quick right there. You guys know all the cameras are working. I have two of the best creators in the YouTube tech space on the show here. Guys I look up to. I think I'm friends with them, and they're guys that I love watching their content. I love their positive vibe, and they're definitely that top tier that I look up to. And those two guys are John and Dom. I didn't even know that rhymed. But here we are, John and Dom in the house. Or as I call the one guy, Jomo. By the way, this camera right here, generously donated by that man right here. This one right here. This is baby. That's what we're kind of there. I can see him grinning backstage here. Anyway, people, really quick, I want to acknowledge our channel members real quick, and then we'll bring these guys in here. We got a $2 super chat from Josh Tech Gamer. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
And also, because we're going to be talking about science tonight.
Yes, science.
There you go, baby. That one's for you. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, sir. And also, Don Coben's in the chat. He's one of our channel members. Buzz703, Tech702. Bruce Lee edits. Guys, appreciate you guys coming through as usual. Listen, there's going to be a lot of things going on here tonight. If you want to get our attention with the chats and everything, spam the chat, I guess. But be good about it because the mods are going to be on top of it, okay? But super chats will definitely get your attention. I got to let you guys know, by the way, that this stream is being powered by StreamYard. Check them out, StreamYard.com. Very simple to use. You pick a camera, you pick a microphone, and away you go. You don't have to download any software. It's all done through your browser. You can check them out for free in 720p. You can bring up to 10 people onto your stream at the same time. You can use them to browse to multiple platforms at the same time. For example, tonight we're on YouTube and Twitter, but you can use it for LinkedIn. You can use it for your Zoom calls. You can do whatever you want. They're really easy to use. Check out the link down below. Big thanks again to StreamYard for taking care of us. I'm still waiting for that hoodie. Anyway, that's not how you treat a sponsor. I'm gonna bring these two guys in. We got Dom, sorry, and we got Jonathan Morrison. How are you guys?
Chilling.
Yeah. You guys are like way more chill than I am. I'm just like I'm all over the place.
Are you still on the iced coffee and Bailey's right now, or what?
No, I finished that this morning. You saw that, hey? Like
I did, yeah.
I finished it. My wife's like, I had one serving of that. You drank all of it. I'm like, sorry, but yeah, I'm drinking but now we've got the gamer subs on deck right now. So This is what I drink
okay.
at night. Yeah. This has got the caffeine in there, but no crash, no maltodextrin, 0 cal, 0 sugar. Use code Zach for 10% off. Always doing the plug. Jonathan Morrison, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How about you? How do you sleep at night?
He's got that look on his face like, what did I get into?
How do you sleep at night?
He turned off this camera. Uh-oh, I think you might have an overheating camera issue here, but that's okay. How do I sleep at night? Very well on a bed. I don't know. It's not a very good bed actually. So, Dom, tell the people who you are. You know what I should do here is I should turn this on. There's an option here for names, just so people know who you guys are.
Oh, he's back. Different camera.
There we go. We got the up nose camera.
Yeah. Better trim those nose hairs.
There we go. Dom, really quick, tell the people what you do, what channels you do it on, and how you do it.
I make YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm. How long you been doing it for? How long you been doing it for?
I've been making internet content since like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're like an OG as far as I'm concerned. Like you're one of the guys. Like I used to watch your videos, going, I want to be that guy someday, but taller. Just kidding.
And more handsome.
more handsome. Jonathan Morrison, tell the people what you do, how you do it, and why you did a thing with the Mac outside.
Which time? I mean,
Which time?
Yeah, there's been a few occasions. I make videos once every couple of months, and then play guitar here and there. That's about it. But no, just trying to enjoy things lately.
Good. You got the main channel TLD, and then you got your new channel, which has just been such a treat because seeing you take all that tech nerd stuff and be like, okay, here's real life, right? And like stuff that we can all relate to, like in terms of music and everything like that. That's been a real treat. That's been a real treat.
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, and it's really cool too because I remember just a few months before that I messaged you and I'm like, look what YouTube recommended me, and it was one of your old guitar, like Rage Against the Machine plucking things, and I'm like, first of all, the hair, I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe the full on. You had like the whole. I don't know. I used to call it like an angry goatee. It was good, man. It was good.
No, that was like the Smash Mouth era. Look,
Was that the Smash Mouth?
I don't want to. I'd rather not talk about it, but it's all good. I'm just kidding.
Okay. It's good to see you get back into the music though, man. Playing and getting in there and doing the solo stuff like with Wolf and everything. I mean, thanks to you, I've been able to discover her music and everything. So.
Yeah, music is my favorite thing on planet Earth for sure.
That's awesome, man. Really quick, I want to acknowledge Mitch Vicent here. He's one of our channel members here. Thank you for the 24. I don't know what that is. He's in the Philippines. He recently went through that big storm with his family and everything. Thankfully, everybody's okay. So, Mitch, thank you. You should be using that on water right now. Don't be giving me super chats. But thank you, sir. I'm also going to give you one of these.
All right.
It's one of my favorite movies right there, Dazed and Confused. All right, gentlemen. I want to talk about CES. I know everybody's going to go, oh, Zach, you've been talking about it all week. Oh, my God, you're on a crusade and da-da-da. Okay, listen. My perspective has changed since I've had COVID. I'm still recovering for it. My wife is going through, it feels like another bout, but I don't think she's fully recovered. Like, she is, like, pale and, like, walking death and everything today. But she'll be fine. We've been testing negative at home. We're both PCR negative. The kids are negative. We haven't been in contact with anybody. I would not wish that on anybody. Anyway, that being said, it always seems like this time of the year, I think both you can agree with this, whether it's a pandemic or not, it's obviously our first one, it seems like when this time of year comes around, those that are not going to CES, I don't want to give a blanket statement, but it seems like the majority of those that are not going, whether it's personal reasons, maybe they can't afford it, they don't have a sponsor, whatever it is, right? There's just this vitriol and this hate. CES isn't relevant, and it's nothing but nothing there ever happens, and this and that. Dom, what's your take on that? And do you see what I'm talking about? Do you ever experience that? Do you see that? And I'm not talking about just Twitter, but I'm talking in general amongst our peers.
Well, CES is quite the undertaking for any individual or group of individuals that are like managing a channel. It's a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people. There's only a certain level of quality that you can bring to your audience from there, and it's hard to do. Like, it's hard to. I feel like it's hard to be like happy. We're so used to having these controlled environments and like and everything that it's hard to put out something that you can look back at X years later and be like, yeah, that was dope. You know what I mean? And so I think just because of those factors, it is a task. Like, it's work, and not for everybody, but like, I mean, if you're there, you're working in some capacity because it's an industry event, and I just think that I've been on both ends of it. My favorite thing about CES is just to be able to see my friends.
Yeah.
I don't care about literally any other aspect of it at all, really, because first and foremost, I get to see my friends. It's really just an excuse to go hang out with your friends for a week.
But is it like that because you're so used and natural to cover tech? Do you know what I mean? Like, you and I, it would be really natural for you and I to talk to like our family members about, the latest A15 or 13 or 14 chip, for example, right? Whereas other people might have to kind of research that because it's natural. So, for example, going to CES, it's like, okay, I'm here, and it's really simple for me to do a sponsored spot or to cover this and then insert this product place or whatever it is, whatever you're doing, right? So it's real. Like, for example, like me turning on the camera tonight and doing a video that's going to be 3 minutes long will take me 20 minutes to do and maybe a half hour of editing, right? So it could, whereas like a year and a half ago, 3 years ago, that would have taken 3 or 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
So is it like that at CES where you say, I'm there for the friends and everything, by the way, there's some cool tech. Is it like that because you're so used to that kind of environment?
I mean, no, I would, if there was a reason that I could go to anywhere in the world that I knew a bunch of my friends would be at, regardless of the topic, I would still go because it just to be around friends, So that's why, to me personally, in some ways, CES is disposable in that regard. Just because, like, yeah, I mean, there are great things that you can do there, and I've been to CES where, like, I think I was just looking it up just a little bit ago. There was one CES, it was like 2013 or 2014, where I literally pumped out like 40 something videos.
You were telling me 43 videos or something like
it
that.
It was ridiculous, dude.
For one show.
It was stupid. Well, it was just me and my brother.
Oh my God.
It was me and my brother, but it kept it real simple. It was just like, hey, stand here, talk, and then while I was like sorting like the business relations with whoever I was, whoever was running the booth, my brother was catching B-roll of like all the stuff. So we had a system down, and it was really easy, and it was like super chop, drop in B-roll, export, upload. You know what I mean? So It was like, it was a simple process, and I was just having fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, hey, I'm just here to have fun and do the thing, and I did the thing. But and then there's been times where I went there and made one video. Yeah. Because I didn't want to. I just didn't want to do anything else. I had a couple of jobs that I was doing there, and I wanted to kind of take some stuff in personally and look at things. And but I also feel like some of the contributions to me doing far less at CES have just been with the decline of brands taking on the task for themselves to announce their own things.
Okay, they want you to do the coverage. Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, like for example, like I don't know, Samsung. Like, they're having a thing this year, but like, they're usually running their own ship, doing their own thing. They're not like having anything, like, they're too cool for CES. Like, Apple's too cool for CES. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before, a lot of these brands used to not be too cool for CES, but now they're way too cool for it, so they do their own thing. And it's like, well, I mean, sometimes I just got to pick. Like, I can't be gone like every week of the year, especially when I know, like, sometimes it's like, well, CES really worth it if I know I'm gonna have to go to this Samsung event in late February or whatever, hypothetically, Okay. But I don't know. I just have fun with it, and I'm not going because it's not because it's not like I feel it's irrelevant. I would go to hang out with like a bunch of people and see a bunch of things, but I just, for my personal choice is that I'm just not going to go. And you know what? I will say what?
No, I was gonna say we're gonna get to the reasons for going or not.
Yeah,
going.
I was just gonna say that this will be year 2 not going to CES.
Really, you didn't go last year? Okay. Oh yeah, I guess last year.
Last year didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, last year was virtual.
And you know what? It kind of feels good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, just to have that. I've been going for 10 years prior to that. Yeah. So to not go for 2 has been kind of nice.
I understand.
Yeah.
Jonathan Morrison.
What's up?
Thanks for your time again. So Twitter is a beautiful and also disgusting place. What is your thoughts on people that are not going in years past? Like in years past, they didn't go for whatever reasons, and there would just be this just full on hate. But this year, you add on the fact that we have a pandemic and everything like that. What are your thoughts on? I guess first of all, let's clarify really quick. I mean, your reason is your reason. I mean, we're not here tonight to tell you to go or to not go. That's not what this stream is about. We're just talking about CES in general, past, present, future kind of thing. But this is obviously very relevant because it's been a very hot topic.
Sure.
Mostly because guys keep on streaming about it.
I'm honestly surprised it's this big of a topic. I was like, whoa, man, CES is just like polarizing right now.
Dude, it's like you put out a tweet out there, you don't even put a hashtag, and I get these replies like, how dare you? And like it's like I went next door and kicked someone's puppy. Like seriously, that's how angry people are. So what are your thoughts on some of this nasty feedback and things that have been basically the polarization? People saying that it's not relevant and this is why, not add on the pandemic and this and that. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, it's probably a little bit of a combination of like the past 2 years of the pandemic built up in that, I think, where people are probably grumpier and maybe a little more cynical than they used to be. I think in general, I can see both sides, especially if you've been to CES. And I think Dom kind of hit the nail on the head, or however you say it, where it used to be a bigger event where once Apple started doing their own thing, a lot of companies followed suit. So where you would usually see big reveals, and there used to be a lot of smartphones that dropped at CES. That started to happen less and less. And I think as true as that is, I don't think it's fair to necessarily crap on it, because I'll agree with Dom, and like some of the best times were at CES just because you're around people who do the same thing and you just can't replicate that. And to Dom's point, it got a little bit different where more of that would happen with different trade shows and events, and you started to get a little bit more of that. But at the same time, CES was always kind of a special thing, and I could see how people could get tired of it. But I wouldn't go as far as to just crap all over it and say it's garbage town. I mean,
would you both agree that the biggest value that you almost cannot even put a dollar on it is the networking alone, just getting face to face with a brand?
I don't think so, because 90% of the time you're not really talking to the brand. You're talking to somebody, a hired gun, And I think that, like, because I used to play the game where I would have like, just making it rain with business cards, and that was absolutely useless. That was just the biggest waste of time and money, was passing out business cards at CES. Yeah. I started to get into the position where if there was somebody at CES at the booth that actually had anything to do with the company, or like somebody that I wanted to talk to, I would be the one getting their information, because that would put the ball in my court. I would never give anybody my information because they're just going to forget it. You're forgettable when you're being talked to by hundreds of people a day. It doesn't matter how witty or smart you are or whatever, or how much of an impression you make. Everybody at CES is absolutely forgettable.
I learned that lesson. This will be my 4th CES, my 3rd physical, my 4th overall, I guess you would call it. I have to push this button because he's here.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
So we got Viper in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Damn, he's got a dedicated button.
It literally has his face. It's right here, and it literally looks like this.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
If you've
I
ever,
can just picture it.
right, it's literally him going with the sun. Anyway, it's right there. Anyway, I'll show you guys a picture later on. Viper in the house here. Okay, so I guess that kind of transitions us to. Okay, first of all, I always got mocked for bringing business cards, but the thing is, you'd get to these situations where it's like, oh, let me get in touch with you, and then you're awkwardly texting and this and that. Do you guys recommend business cards? Because I'm bringing business cards.
I mean, I just don't. I just feel like this has always been my thought, and I've seen it happen. It's like your business card just goes in a stack of other business cards, or it doesn't even make it into that stack, and then it just ends up somewhere, or it gets handed off to a PR agency who just puts you on a mailing list and fills your inbox with shit for the rest of the year.
I'm very picky about who I give it to. So again, I guess going back to what I said before about where I'm. In years past, I used to bring like a huge stack of business cards. Now I bring like maybe 50.
Now I'm gonna say that's not always how it worked, though.
Yeah. So
in my experience, that's not always how it worked. It used to be of value, I think, but like I said, I think you gain infinite more in value if you put the ball in your own court, right? You get their info, get their card. Why should I have to give you a card? Give me your fucking card.
Well, I want to transition this to a question for John here, which is like, for example, like 2 years ago in 2020, like I wanted to meet Edifier, right? So I went to the Edifier booth, and I knew who the girl I wanted to talk to and everything like that, and I found her eventually, and she's the one who I gave the card to. But we had a long, like 20-minute long conversation. And she actually told me, she goes, write down this word. And she's like, when you email me, just put it in the subject. That way I know you're legit. And she got back to me like that. When I went to the one more booth, thanks to our friend El Jefe Reviews, he introduced me to the right people. So again, I gave the card to the right people. But I learned my years in the past, like you said, Dom, where going from like booth to booth and, okay, this place is cool, here's my card, like just give it to like the nobody PR, like the person that's hired. Like that don't fly. You need to actually make a connection and actually talk to people.
And honestly, I've found too that building relationships is much more difficult inside of the convention center than like if you're just actually like with people at an outside event, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you go to the NVIDIA booth versus going to like NVIDIA's little cocktail mixer thing or whatever. Yeah. Obviously those things make a big difference too. Because people are, like you said, people are tired on the floor. They just want to go home, I find the best connections are like when I go to the MGM Grand and I go to like the different suites, like the smaller things. Yeah. I'll give you an example. Like Nomad normally has a booth or something like that set up at the Sands, right? This year, it's just going to be one of the owners and their marketing gal. So I already emailed them and I'm like, we're getting together for dinner one night. And that's going to be awesome. There's going to be a bunch of us, guys and gals here, tech tutors that are going as well and everything like that. John, when you're going to CES, now I know that because you're a veteran and everything like that, I guess describe in the past like how you used to hustle. This is the hustle questions here for you guys. John, describe in the past how you used to hustle at CES and like how you do it now. Like I know you haven't been in a few years, I don't think. I think the last time you were there was 2019, correct?
Nah, man, it's been a minute.
Has it been a while?
Yeah, I can't even remember the last.
I remember the last picture I saw from you at CES. You were like in front of a wall like this or something.
That might have been 2018. So I didn't go in 2019. So I think I haven't been there for. This will be the third year I have not been there.
Okay. But even then, back then, you're still one of the OGs. You're still one of the biggest tech channels out there. So, can you describe like in the years past, like how you used to hustle and how you do it now? Like, is it all meetings, like back up to then, or are you just random, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm probably the worst person to ask any of this because I'm pretty random. I mean, I can relate to every bit of. I think that's the thing with life, right? Like, it's not just black and white. There's so much nuance to everything. There's validity to everything you're saying. There's validity to things that Dom are saying, right? For me, I would say the most valuable thing would be to put a face to the person you've maybe talked to through the internet, as opposed to
instead of the other way around.
Instead of trying to go find networking, and because I'm also just an awkward, non-good social person, and I don't like to go out or party, or I would never be the guy to go to the after parties or the whatever it was. This is not me. So I would say for me, the most beneficial thing was just to put a face to the person you've maybe worked with through the internet, whether it be a short period or a long period. And, you know, I've been from every stage of our first CES right there with Dom, making like 30 videos. And it was a different era, right? It's when you could put 2-minute, 3-minute videos out and not give a F about the algorithm or whatever.
And it would fly. Yeah, it would be fine.
Yeah. And over the years, I think it just, you know, you just kind of determine what you want out of the show, and it became more of you would make the important meetings count and just more so just learn from the people around you.
So two things with that. First of all, I want to acknowledge the super chat. We always do this here from Josh Tech Gamer. Thank you, sir. And let's give you one of these right here. All right. And also, we love Rich at Review Tech USA. So
Cucumber.
There you go. Thank you, Josh. We appreciate you. There's a little cucumber action for you. I'm going to say, like, so I have 4 companies that I specifically have targeted, and they know that I'm going to show up. I actually have, I guess you want to call it meetings, or we're going for dinner or whatever. So, and one of them, like you said just now, putting the face to face is Anchor, for example. Like I have a specific contact, and then there's a U.S. contact who I think we all know of. I think you both work with, but we both know each other. But I have a specific Canadian contact. And anyway, both these individuals will be at PepCom, which is the night before. And that's still a go, and they have, you know, strict mask mandates and everything like that, and vaccinations, all that kind of business. So everyone's going to be safe. So I'm really looking forward to, I mean, they've seen my videos, obviously, and everything like that, and they see me fiddling with their stuff and everything like that. So, but it's going to be really cool to finally get to know them and get to know those little nuances.
See, that's a good point, though, that he made is like, let's say you work with Anchor, but they're not like always like sending you stuff to review, but sometimes they'll send you something that you want to. But when you put that relationship like in real life, you put the face to the person you've been emailing for X years or a year or whatever, you know, that shows people a little more that you actually do care, maybe, and like maybe they'll hook you up a little more and start giving you more stuff to make content on. Here's
one thing. This is kind of a positive with the pandemic here. First of all, big hello to my fellow Canadian and brethren here. Someone I look up to is definitely a source, and I love what he does in terms of YouTube education in the Apple front. Renee Ritchie. I'm going to give you one of these, Renee.
Oh, yeah.
Because whenever I see your name, that sound pops in the back of my head.
Renee Ritchie is the OG, though. Like,
he's beautiful, isn't he?
Anyway. I've always looked up to that dude. Like, since I started like just doing anything tech.
I've been reading his stuff for years, and when he started doing videos, I'm like, no way, right? It was,
and he crushed it too.
I'm like, what's Vector? But thank God he's indie now. But like, here's something out of that pandemic I'm actually kind of looking forward to: reduced capacity and actually having a chance of one-on-one, not these crowded booths necessarily. And maybe because I've literally have brands that I've tried reaching out to before, emailing me out of nowhere saying, Zach, are you coming? We really want to see you. And then, of course, you want me to cover your stuff. And that's cool. I mean, if you got cool stuff, let's cover your stuff. It makes sense, right? That's very exciting about that kind of thing. That's kind of a positive coming out of that. So, John, now, going back to the hustle, do you set up things in advance? Like when you're going back to 2018, which would be the most recent time, would you set up things in advance, like set up meeting after meeting after meeting? Like, for example, Michael Fisher. Dude's a machine when he goes to CES. I don't think he ever even hits the floor. He's just like meeting, BlackBerry, meeting. You know what I mean?
Right.
How's it for you?
No. No. I feel like Dom probably could describe me. But
I did the meeting thing. They weren't even all meetings, but I had like an itinerary that I did that 1 year. And because I was legitimately busy with like a lot of different work things going on at CES. And that was the worst experience at CES I ever had, to be honest. Like, I don't
really
after that point, if anybody's ever like, hey, well, let's schedule you for a meeting. I'm like, that's just like trying to get to a ride at Disneyland, midday across the, you know what I mean? There's just no way you're going to be on time. And I'd rather just show up and it be casual.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, like, in 2020, so the last physical CES, I had one day on the Wednesday where I had 21 meetings. They were all at MGM, like between different suites. I made it to 18. Out of those 18 meetings, so the other 3 that I missed, I actually did through via Zoom when I got back. So out of those 21 meetings, we'll call it 21. 2 of them panned out because the pandemic hit, and like the rest of these companies, like Hokey, totally like they ghost you, like and you literally have contracts and things. Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'm no longer ever gonna do that. Really quick, Drew Lips, awesome creator. Thank you, sir. We're gonna give you one of these as well.
Woo! Oh my!
Thank you,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Drew Lips, for the 999 super chat.
You know,
I appreciate you.
I've just like I was saying before, I've tried to tackle CES from like multiple different angles, right? And the one angle that worked for me always was just going there to see my friends, and literally fucking everything else is secondary.
Nice. Fuck yeah. We've hit enough super chats so we can do the F-bombs.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay, man. It's fucking okay. It's okay.
No, but you know what I mean? Like everything else is second to just like seeing my friends and hanging out and just enjoying the moments, right? Because like, and if I do that, then I'll be like, I'll be happy at CS. It'll be fun. And all usually other things leading up to it kind of fall into place and things trickle in. But most of my stuff for CS is always last minute, and it's always like, you know, I find out where I'm staying like a couple days before or whatever, you know, like something like that, because I mean I'm only like a 4-hour drive from Vegas, so
yeah, I was gonna say you're like practically on top of it. Okay, so my next question for you guys, we're gonna get into the nasty part of it. This is kind of going back to the start of the stream here. CES has made it very clear in terms of the precautions this year, okay? Oh, really quick, I have to acknowledge this guy before I get into it, because I finally have his voice thanks to COVID. Mr. DePoet's right here. Looking forward to seeing people at CES 2022. Stay safe, everyone. Like I have post-COVID voice, and I don't mind it, so thank you, sir.
Yes, science!
Looking forward to seeing you, DePoet's. DePoet's is the one that told me a couple little tricks here to do once I check into my hotel. So, question for you guys. CES has made it very clear from the start, up to like 8 months ago. Masks must be worn. You have to show full vaccination. No exceptions. That's it, okay? And they will do random testing here and there if you want to. On top of that, as a Canadian or as an international guest coming in, I have to provide a negative PCR test the day that I leave. So my flight leaves at 3:30 on Sunday. I have to be at the airport at 9 a.m., like 6 hours earlier, to get a negative test. Now, whether it shows negative or positive, I don't get that $200 back. Okay, so it shows negative, I can get into the U.S., okay? On top of that, sanitization, the MGM resorts are providing antigen tests if you want to take them. So, that being said, mask mandate, must be vaccinated, random testing, social distancing. A lot of precautions put in place. What are your guys' thoughts?
let me just put it this way, right? And all the safety precautions, that's great, and like whatever, that's fine, and I have no arguments with people wanting to go for the reasons they want to go. But let's just put it this way: I've snuck myself into some of the most high-key events during CES, during, like, you know what I mean, like normal things, and like where I shouldn't be, and I wasn't able to get there. It's the most. I think it's as safe as they want it to be. Mm-hmm. There's still just going to be people that do whatever they want, and like, and so of course you can't control that anyway. Like, that's just going to happen.
I think the private events, I think there will be some laxing and some people turning their heads.
Well, like PepCom, right? Okay, let's think about PepCom, PepCom or Showstoppers or whatever. Yeah. Masks, you have to have proof of vaccination to get into CES, etc. Probably to that event too. I'm not sure because I don't know.
PepCom has been very clear, and they sent out an email yesterday saying the show is going on. They've been very clear. Yeah. You will have to be pre-registered. You have to wear a mask. You have to show vaccination.
Okay.
You can't just show up.
On that point, though, PepCom is a lot of interacting and talking to people while eating free food and drinking free drinks. And you can't do that with your mask on. So I feel like a lot of those events are going to be more of the spreaders of anything. If there are, I'm not saying there will be. I hope there's not. But like, you know what I mean? I feel like those kind of events is where that would happen if it would happen.
DePoets has a very good point here, and this is kind of my thing too. I only have 1 or 2 evening events. That's PepCom, and there's another one. There's a mixer that's up in the air right now. I plan on going to the places I need to during the day, getting the footage I want, and then spending the evening in my hotel room if I don't have an evening thing to go to do my voiceover, make my video, and upload it. Jonathan Morrison, going back to the original question. With all these precautions, everything that's been sent out, I think you and I are very much on the same page. Get vaccinated. Stop making excuses. We literally have the science. What is your thoughts on all that with the precautions that CES has put in and everything like that?
I mean, I feel like this. Not that
You literally twitched before you answered there because it's like you triggered him.
No. I think it's way more complex than. It's way less complex than a lot of people are making it. Right? If you're taking every precaution you can, if you're vaccinated, you're wearing a mask, and if you ultimately find that the value for you is there at the show, then go. Right? Like it's no different than a concert or going to a restaurant.
I mean,
or like,
let's be clear. Everybody comes home with the CES flu most years anyway. So it's like you would get sick at CES, and not to say that's the excuse, but you're doing everything you can to be safe and not sick. And yeah, if you want to go. I ain't hating on people that want to go. I'm just not going.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I think if anything, I wish I wore masks back at any CES
For
prior.
real.
I wish I'd used more hand sanitizer back. Holy so that this doesn't happen often. Latrell Jennings. Holy cow, sir. How many sound effects for one? Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but we have to give Latrell here a hashtag all the buttons. Okay, here we go.
Show me the money!
Cucumber.
Hello there.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
John and Dom, name this game.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, baby, one of the best, right? Solid, Metal Gear
Of course.
Solid.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes, science. All right.
And then from one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, well.
This applies to us.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Big Lebowski, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Latrell, wow, dude, you just paid for half of my PCR test. Thank you, sir. Wow, that's
So dropping all the F-bombs now. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. That's American too. So when you convert that to Canadian, that's like $1 million or something. Very crazy what the conversion is. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. One more time, I'm gonna give you one of these.
Show me the money!
Do you know that when I used to stream to Facebook, they would instantly hit that and say, "No, you're Universal's got you," because I'm using a clip from their movie.
Show me the money!
But here on YouTube, they're like, whatever. Okay, let's get on a little bit happier topic. Jonathan Morrison, favorite brands to go see, to hang out with at CES in no particular order.
That's
Favorite
tough.
brands.
That's a tough one. I don't know if I could give you an honest answer. I feel like the problem is, and maybe Dom can attest to this, in general, I feel like most people at most companies don't stay there for a long period of time. It's ever changing. I'm trying to think. I would say, weirdly enough, IK Multimedia was always one of my favorite companies.
Star Ackerman. You remember Star Ackerman?
They were one of the first just companies that gave a crap right back when we started out, and
They really did.
yeah, it was special. It's just to be starting out, to not know what you're doing, and just to get a little bit of belief, and it was motivating. So I would say shout out to IK Multimedia. They also make the iLoud micros.
Side note, dude, I'm hoping that they arrive before I get here. I got the white ones coming. I can't
Let's
wait
go.
to show you this. Dude, I can't wait to show you the setup because you've seen the mat here and everything, and I've got that custom keyboard coming.
Yeah.
So this will be gone. This is the old one. But by the way, shout out to D Brand. Look at the patina on that leather, on that skin, and on the
Is that leather or is it just a skin?
Dude, this
Like,
is
is it just
no,
3M?
it's leather. It's
Oh, okay.
It's
Nice.
well, like this is the kind of stuff that PETA hates. It's so good. Let me tell you, baby. Let me tell you, right there. That's it's so sexy. Dom, so do you have any okay, so IK, do you have any favorite brands that you like to go visit or hang out with, like, or who puts on really good parties? I'll tell you this right now. I raved about it and I had such a great time, and I'm so glad they convinced me to go over a different party. TCL put on an awesome show, an awesome party in 2020. They had Sublime play. I got to meet up with a bunch of our fellow, people that I see all the time. This dude walking around in the trench coat, looking all like suave and everything. I'm like, that's Mr. Who's the Boss. And then Saf comes up behind me and totally photobombs me and Kobe there. That was amazing. It was a great time there. So anyway, TCL, shout out to them.
I can't say that. Okay, so first off, my after party policy with CES, because I don't party, I don't even drink, like I don't do anything.
I have a
exciting like
one
that.
drink limit.
So I show up casually late, just in that moment to where I can say hi to who I need to say hi to, and then by the time I'm ready to go, which is 15, 20 minutes, they've already had their next drink and are too drunk.
So you're doing the Homer Simpson thing where you're just like,
yeah. I mean, I just go there to show face so that I let them know that I respect what the thing that they're having, and then I'm out before like they even realize I'm gone. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
like I ain't even trying to hang out there. I remember I got 45 videos to edit. So
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I want to. So I've given my I've done streams before, and I've tweeted about best practices. So my first year that I went to CES, I went with the company I used to work for. So I was there as a buyer. I already had meetings set and everything. My second year, I went as ZAKtalks Tech, and I set up meetings and this and that. I kind of was casual here and there. And then my third year, 2020. I went with, like I said, I had all these meetings. Now this year I'm specifically going with like very minimal, like I said, 4 meetings, not even meetings. It's just like, yeah, Zach, we'll see you in the afternoon. Cool. We'll hang out and everything. Right. Or yeah, we're going to go for dinner kind of thing. That's what it is. Other than that, it's very much a social thing. What is your guys, we'll start with John here. What is your guys' best advice for people that are going, for our peers that are going to CES for the very first time?
like as in this is their first time going to
like,
CES?
like this year of all years, this is their first year.
Jesus Christ, I don't know.
You picked a hell of a year, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Congrats, because it's going to be way less busy for you.
Yeah, I would say just enjoy it to your best of your abilities. It's definitely not the norm, right? And I feel like
Yeah.
you're not going to get the normal CES. I wonder if Dr. Fuji will be there, but
Yeah.
I think, just enjoy it as much as you can, be as careful as you can, and do everything you can, because much like Dom said, my bigger thing is not about the rules enforced, or it's, for the most part, people don't follow rules. So I think, from a general standpoint, it's going to be interesting with all of the holiday get-togethers running into CES, where it's going to be probably a mix of the flu or whatever is going around is probably going to be, but again, it's going back to everything else, right? It's no different than going to a sports event, to a concert, to a restaurant. As long as you take every precaution you're not being a jerk, you are wearing a mask, you are vaccinated, then no one can tell you, don't go and don't enjoy your life. Like, you're taking the responsible steps, then go do it,
Yeah, we're literally following the science and what's been beaked at us for the last 2 years, right? I mean, they've been telling us, get vaccinated, wear a mask. Okay, so let me ask you this again, before I get into this kind of a weird last question here. You guys love your red cameras. I know John loves his red camera. I remember visiting John, and you're like, Zach, carry the red camera. I'm like, I'm not touching that thing. That's $43,000. I'm not touching that thing. And I know, Dom, you go high end as well.
I wouldn't say I'm high end.
For myself personally, I've always been of the belief that as long as the value and the message is there, it's okay to use literally what's in your pocket, right? I literally film my B-roll with my iPhone. You guys know my new channel, ZAKtalks Pixel. By the way, new video tomorrow. I literally film everything on my Pixel channel. You guys hear this? With an iPhone. So that being said, this is my plan. Because I've seen a lot of creators actually ask me about this. I'm going to be filming things during the day with an iPhone. I don't plan on doing any picking up voice or anything like that. I plan on doing the Mr. Mobile thing, which I'm gonna record the B-roll during the day with my iPhone, and then VO in my hotel room with a bunch of pillows around my face. Right. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, what would you carry with you, or would you just go with what's in your pocket based on what these devices can do nowadays?
So back when we used to have cell phone events, whenever that was, I for the for the last little bit of them, I would just bring either I would just bring an iPhone and an iPad to edit on that, or I would bring an A6400 and a MacBook, super light. And I use a lot the Clip Mic Digital from Sennheiser. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but I bought 5 of them, so in case one broke, I would have extras, because they're that valuable to me that I would just bring that, and I'd do my voiceovers with that or whatever. Keep it super simple, because the last thing you want to do is be stressed out by carrying around all this crap. You know what I mean? There have been years where we've gone hard and bring the freaking little motorized mini slider in a backpack and all this crazy stuff,
Yeah.
But at the same time, I felt like some of the things that I was using those for were warranted. The company was paying for that kind of stuff that I was producing for them. And so, but it was stressful, you know, it's like it's just so much going on. And like, I think use the smallest package that you can to get the best possible quality.
I've done the whole backpack in the past, like carrying my laptop with me and everything like that. This year, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet earlier, I bought a fanny pack.
Dude, yeah, man.
Dude, I'm going to rock it. Like literally, like I'm going to Dwayne Johnson this shit, let me tell you, okay? I'm going to rock it. You see the pun there?
You just gotta get the matching turtleneck though. That's my only.
It's on order.
Oh, yeah.
It's on order.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do that, and then you guys saw here, I had the pocket wireless here from our friends at Deity. They sent this along. So I'm going to be VOing in the hotel room with this, and then recording B-roll during the day with the iPhone or the Pixel. You know, I'll be carrying both with me. I'll carry everything in the fanny pack. And listen, to my fellow creators and friends that'll be there with me, including Dan English. Dude, fanny packs are cool.
I will say another
He's
good
like, I don't want to be around you. He sent me a tweet. He's like, I'm not going to be around you.
another good audio solution that it's not cheap, but it's fantastic is the Rode Wireless Go setup.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Or the Go Wireless or whatever.
Yeah.
I freaking love that thing so much. I love it so hard. So that's a good thing too. But again, that's not really a cheap option. Your best option, which I have done before at CES, is a phone and a Zoom H1. That's like the staple of like quick and dirty CES videos that are decent quality.
Yeah.
And like your iPhone 10 and a Zoom H1, you can make some pretty good content with.
That's a good one.
To add to that, I'm going to give the one valuable piece of advice this whole damn stream right now. But no, the H1 was the GOAT. That was my first like microphone, like shot. I used it as a shotgun mic for many, many years. $99. Can't beat it.
I still have my first Zoom H1 too, and it rocks it still. It's great.
But with that, I'm gonna get a link right now. One thing to hyper keep in mind is it's very nice to have non-wireless options at CES because there's so much different lights and electronics
signals.
That most of the time, in my experience, you're going to run into some sort of noise interference of some kind at some point. So if you could have...
I had that happen in 2020 with my Deity microphone. It wasn't their fault at all, but something was... When I moved over here, it was like...
That's why I was using the Clip Mic Digital, because that just plugs into the lightning port on an iPhone, and it's just a lav mic. So I'd have an iPhone in my pocket just recording my audio, and then just sync it with the scratch audio from the camera.
Nice.
You know,
that's honestly the best advice is get something either wired to itself or wired into the camera if you can. Yeah. Wireless is just setting, like if there's an interference possibility, you're setting yourself up just for a little bit.
The nice thing about this one is they sent along the lav with it too, so I can plug this directly into my MacBook if I need to.
Yeah.
To record that, because we know the DAC in the MacBook is really good, right? I got a MacBook Pro here. I'll be going with. I'm not going to be carrying
or Zoom H1. You can plug directly into Zoom H1.
H1. Right. Everyone should have an H1.
That is the YouTube starter pack.
I'm gonna put that on my Amazon wish
Zoom
list
H1,
right now.
dude.
Bro, I could use that. I would use that in a video today, and no one would blink an eye.
Oh yeah, nobody would notice the difference. It's fantastic, man. Like it is so great. Yeah, and you can even monitor your audio. Like you can have a lav plugged in. What I used to do, because I used to film by myself sometimes, I would literally just have a camera and I was like holding it like this, like, you know, trying to selfie things and then holding out the thing. And I had the Zoom H1 in my pocket and a lav mic going up. And then on my other ear, I had one ear pod in my ear plugged into the output so I could hear my audio to make sure everything was good.
That's a good idea.
Or I would have it so without a lav, I would just be using it like handheld mic style. And I could point it at somebody's face, and I could hear. I was always monitoring the audio, which is fantastic because I knew if anything screwed up.
So
that was the poor man's microphone at the time.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's underrated.
They make one. They have it in like different colors here and everything like that, but they have one here. Check this out, guys. This is sick. I think this is new. They have it in red. Check this out.
Yeah.
That shit was not that fancy back in the day.
No,
we had black and white.
yeah. I did like the white one.
Yeah, I have the white one. Yeah, the white one's great. I mean,
So
they're
yeah,
all great.
and these are all Canadian prices, by the way. Everybody said it'll obviously be a lot cheaper in American, but yeah, there's your traditional right there. I'm not sure why this one is more, but yeah, here's your probably your traditional right here in black. This 2018 model. This looks
Dude,
like
those
it's a
look
ring.
those look so rad now. Like I
Yeah.
mean, they still kind of look the same, but like they look a little bit different. Just like the little volume knob. I don't know how I feel about that volume knob on the top though.
In
I
the
mean,
middle
they're
there, you mean?
still, yeah, they're the best you can possibly get for the price. Nothing
yeah.
greater.
Dude, I mean, you could even grab a used one off of like, whatever site you shop on for used
You can
stuff.
still plug an external lav you said into this, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it's got an input, yeah.
Okay, cool. There you go, everybody. Get a Zoom 1.
Dude, and it's just great, man. It'll record for days off of a 32 gigabyte card.
I was,
Micro
about
SD
to, I was
card.
about to ask, like, what's the battery power like on it?
Oh,
Dude,
it'll last forever.
you weeks, man.
Yeah.
on two AA batteries or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, we're gonna wrap things up. First of all, gentlemen, I appreciate your time tonight. I know I think you guys are both in California. So
I'm
you
in
guys are-
Arizona.
sorry. Okay, so yeah, it's 7:42 out there right now, correct?
8:43.
Oh, you're 8:40. Oh, you're your same time zone
Yeah.
as me. Your same time zone as me. Okay, cool. When you guys go to CES, do you have a particular hotel or chain you like to stick to? Why is this so
Airbnb.
funny?
No, I'm laughing because my first CES ever, I stayed at a hotel called Alexis Park or something. And it was like not good. So basically anything but that would be my recommendation.
Okay.
Not Alexis Park.
Yeah.
Not okay, Dom.
I don't have a whole lot of experience on choosing because here's the thing. If I was ever doing something with a brand at CES, I always try to get them to provide accommodations because their company's already paying for a bunch of them and it's nothing off their back to give me a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
And so that or the default has always just been quick Airbnb because it's just
I did an
easy.
Airbnb last in 2020, and I thought Henderson was close.
No.
No.
But honestly, I don't care to be close to CES. I
Yeah.
really don't. It doesn't bother me if I have to get out like 20 minutes away or something. I don't care.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
but
this.
Don, you're a psychopath that likes to drive from Arizona also. So
Yeah, I mean, true, but I just like to go away from somewhere that's away from the madness, just
true.
Let me tell you guys
my
this.
zen.
So I'm in a Twitter DM group with a bunch of us that are going and not going, and I think majority of us are going regardless. Like there's still things to do there. For example, like I'm going Monday to the Razor store. I love the Razor store there. I've been there twice now, and I've already talked to the manager. I'm going to go there. I'm going to film a video of me buying probably some headset or something like that. But I'm doing like an ad integration with ANDAR with there and everything like that, right? So it's going to be super fun. Like I think there's even if they shut down CES, there's still plenty of tech to see and do and things like that there. Anyway. That being said, where was I going with this? We were talking about hotels and everything like that.
You had an Airbnb.
Yeah, sorry. We have a group here, and so a bunch of us have been recalling and calling and going online and checking with the hotels. Now, as an international guest, when I booked my hotel at Excalibur, they're like, "Here's 3 nights comp," or no, here's 4 nights comp. So I'm only paying for 3 nights. And then I decided to call them. So it worked out like to $414 plus a $50 voucher to use at their hotel, at their different restaurants. And then I called them today. And the girl's like, listen, I can't give you any more than 4 nights comp. But I can reduce your rate. So it's like 5 nights comp. So I'm getting 5 nights comp out of 7. And she increased my voucher to $150 for the restaurants on spot there. So I don't have to actually go into the restaurants. I can just get room service.
Damn.
Yeah, like and she's like, we do this for Canadians. And I'm like,
You're like, that's what I'm talking about.
exactly. That's what I said. Thank you so much. She's like,
pretty
you're so
good now.
nice. And I told the guys in the group here, and they're like, what the fuck? Anyway, so and I know a bunch of them. For example, Josh. I know Digital Slang here. They've all recalled their hotels, and they all. Let me tell you this right now. They're practically giving away hotel rooms. They just want people to pay like barely the resort fees.
Yeah.
And
So with that, I will say, I know
Yeah.
the Venetian was always like the sought after tech hotel because they had mad internet uploads, because that was always
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the struggles back in the day. You would find
Good internet spot.
yeah, or a place to hardwire because most couldn't. So that'll be maybe my only thing I'll add is the Venetian was like the sought after high upload internet space.
I'm staying at Excalibur because I've stayed at Mandalay before. I've stayed at Luxor, and they're all like within the same vicinity. Plus, I know that there's a shuttle bus that goes from Excalibur to the LVCC if I want to go there. So it's, I mean, and again, at the end of the day, it's really it's a roof over my head because I'm not gonna be hanging out in the hotel room unless, of course, I get quarantined, right? So, okay, last question, guys. This is the big one. This is a big one. This is a very important question. I ask this of all my guests, and I usually ask it as well in chats, like on Viper Stream or whatever. It's very important. Jonathan, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No,
Congratulations.
it's not. Right?
Dom,
It-
the
it
hot
is a-
dog is sandwich.
That would be like asking me if a slice of pizza is a sandwich.
So the correct answer here, and you guys are both right, but just to specify, a hot dog is its own glorious thing, its own
Sure.
glorious separate food group.
Yeah.
Fair
Sure,
to say?
you could make a hot dog sandwich. That's a different story.
Exactly, but the thing that makes it not a sandwich is that the bun is not split.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dom, side note, do you remember when I put my chicken in your hummus?
Wait, hold on, guys. This is a family show, John. What do you?
Oh God, where
someone's gotta clip that.
was that? Was that at your office?
No, that was
Were
at
we
CES.
still-
That's why.
Yeah,
I'm gonna clip that just so you guys know and put it on Twitter. Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, no. So Dom is a vegetarian, and we got. I think it was like it was Skinny Fats. I think so. It was like this place that offered healthy and non-healthy food, and Dom was on his hummus game, and I was like, "Yo, that hummus looks really good." And then I dipped my chicken in his hummus, and he freaked out. He's like, "Bro, what the heck? I haven't had."
I didn't know
chicken-
you're a vegetarian. I didn't know that.
I was like, I'm not eating this anymore, man. You can have this.
Yeah, you were like, "I don't have the enzymes anymore."
I kind of feel bad now for posting all those pictures of the prime rib I did for Thanksgiving and everything.
I don't care.
Okay.
No, Dom just he was on the vegetarian game. We would, if we would eat meat or whatever, he was always, the 100% okay. It was just I took it too far and dipped my chicken in his hummus, and he was like,
"Don't be sticking your chicken in my hummus, bro." That's like just don't you the same reason that you don't share milk with another person. You
Who
don't share
shares milk with other people?
Hey, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. If you share milk with somebody else, like if you have a glass of milk and you're like, "Hey, brother, would you like some of my milk?" You're a fucking psychopath. I'm sorry. Nobody shares milk. You don't.
Never been offered milk.
Exactly, because people don't do it. But if you see somebody, do not trust a person that tries to share their milk with you.
You Arizonian people are just weird, man. I thought the stuff on CNN was fake, but like, you're laying it down thick here, dude.
Oh
All
no,
right.
it's a wild west over here, literally. Gee, that's a whole other topic.
We're gonna go around here real quick.Om, what do you have coming up on both channels? Can you give us a preview on?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of just doing things, it's funny. I actually have 3 channels, but one of them's hidden and nobody knows about it because I've never advertised it, but it's actually doing all right. Yeah.
That's a Ninja Turtle shirt, hey?
Turtle power.
Dude, that's epic. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, as far as things go, I don't know. It really just depends. January is always kind of a weird month for things. Everything.
I know of a lot of people in our field seem to kind of, despite the algorithm saying keep on pumping up videos, a lot of people in our space seem to kind of just not do much in January.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: the algorithm can't do anything if everybody's chilling. What is it gonna do? It's gonna penalize everybody. Then nobody's videos are gonna get seen. No, that's not. But I think that everybody bust their butt for like the last quarter or two of the year, and then January is kind of like a month to take it easy. And you go to CES, you bust your butt there, you hang out with all your friends, and then you come out of CES at this like nice little CES high that you just got to hang out with all these people that you like being around. And before you know it, and then you get sick, and before you know it, hopefully nobody gets sick, but before you know it, it's already like February, March, and you're at some other phone thing. But again, that kind of stuff doesn't really happen these days.
I'm hoping to get into this the Samsung thing. They released the trailer today, and of course I emailed my PR rep, and of course it bounced back saying I'm out of office till January 3rd. So
they're having a press conference there.
They're doing one on the 4th, and it's expected they'll announce the S22. So
No, yeah. Okay, I know what you mean.
Let's here's my thoughts on that really quick. So we know that there's going to be 3 based on the leaks. I mean, they always do 3, right? And of course, we've seen the leaks and everything like that. So apparently they're going to be called, 22, 22 plus, 22 ultra. I think they should do this. Call it S22, S22 plus, just like the rumors, but call it S22 Ultra Note Edition. That way you keep the name because it has the silo and everything like that, the nostalgia. What do you think of that, John? Adding on that note name. Don't say the note's dead. Don't say it, man.
No, I use an iPhone, man.
Who am I talking to here? All right, Jonathan Morrison, what are you working on both channels? I love when I get the notifications for Jonathan and Friends. So much fun over there. But what do you have coming on both channels? By the way,
Thanks.
the Wi-Fi video tape was really killer.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, I guess I have videos coming on the tech side.
Yeah.
I feel like there was just a lot of, patience and trust in the process. So, just in general, there will be many more tech videos upcoming, but the music stuff, I'm more hyped than I've ever been. And the next song with Loot is a dream come true to get a chance to work with them. So I don't know. I'm more creatively happy than I've been in many years. And I'm excited creatively for 22. And I hope we can collectively, as people continue to get together.
Once you launch that channel, similar to me with ZAKtalks Pixel, I could feel the energy come back. Do you know what I mean? I could feel the excitement, and do you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I know that I'm doing tech still, but it's like super niche down. There's not many.
Well,
was
is
that?
somebody dying over there?
No, there's a train near me.
Oh,
Okay.
the train.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh man, it's what's that movie where they have 24 hours to like kill people and stuff? Okay, anyway.
The Purge?
Purge.
That's what it
Yeah.
sounded like for a second. I'm like, what's
Oh.
going on here?
Yeah, fun fact, as we close it up, I actually the year I decided not to go to CES, that was like the first hoorah of trying to do something music related in January of 2019. That in itself kind of didn't work out, and I would say that failed, but it's been fun, and I'm very happy with music. It's a great thing.
Awesome.
Thank you, Renee. Renee is the greatest of all time, and I don't think I've ever met a smarter, nicer person.
He is the
am I-
greatest. Like, seriously.
He's
He
a
is-
source for me for Apple stuff. Like seriously, I'll go read the articles and everything, but I'm like, okay, I got to see what Renee said about it.
Renee
he's a
is
source.
Renee is a damn wizard.
It's hard to be that smart and that nice all at once.
He
Yeah.
is. So really quick, everybody, what's coming up for me? You guys know that I've doubled down, almost tripled down on the streaming. So I'm doing Monday through Friday on Twitch at 10:40 a.m. Eastern. That's 7:40 a.m. Pacific. That's Monday through Friday on Twitch, and then I'm back here in the evening on Twitter and YouTube at 9:45 p.m. Eastern. That's 6:45 Pacific time, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is completely random on YouTube for streams. And then on top of that, I'm also publishing videos every 2 or 3 days on ZAKtalks Pixel. New video tomorrow on ZAKtalks Pixel. That'll be dropping. I'll be recording the rest of that tonight. I'm having a lot of fun being basically forced into being a creator and everything like that. But, I figure if I'm going to double down and do the live streams, we're going to add as many cameras as we can as possible and, have fun with it that way. And we're going to add stupid sounds and cucumber and things like that. And then we're going to guilt trip our, creator friends to come on and things like that. Gentlemen, thank you both for making the time tonight to come on. I mean, here's the thing. I know he's watching. John Rettinger, this is what happens when you say no. I invite other people. He didn't have the
Don't
time.
put that on my soul.
No, it's not. Here's the funny. John really wanted to, and then out of nowhere, I can't remember what it was. I decided to message Dom, and then here we are, kind of thing, right? So, but we'll get John Rettinger on here eventually, and he knows we're kidding around. John and I, we talk all the time.
Sick.
But,
I was about to be like, yo.
No, it's cool. He's fine. He's in the chat. He'll probably message me right now. And anyway, gentlemen, I really appreciate you guys making the time, coming on board, and everything like that. I'm looking forward to more content for you guys. Any parting words before we end this thing here?
Stay safe.
Yeah. Be nice. Stay safe.
Yeah. Be nice. If everybody could just be Renee Ritchie, the world would be a much better place.
We will be out of the pandemic, and then
Facts.
Dom, you got to hit me with a "Go F yourself, San Diego" for
There we go.
Anchorman.
There's wise words right there, everybody. Be Renee Ritchie. It's kind of like if you can be Batman, be Renee Ritchie.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Be-
That meme, like if the civilization, if everyone were Renee, then we would be A-okay.
I believe
Yeah.
that. Gentlemen, I usually run. I'm going to run an outro here. If you got to take off, you got to take off. Otherwise, we can break things down in addition. But again, I appreciate you guys both being here. Everybody, I'll catch you guys tomorrow night, 9:45 p.m. Eastern. In the morning, 10:40 a.m. Why is it those weird times? Because, you know, I'm a weird guy. Bring your coffee. We'll hang out. We're going to play some Super Nintendo Classic tomorrow morning. We're going to watch some dash cam videos, specifically ones that are focused on Karens. We're going to review some videos on YouTube, and we're going to listen to some copyright music, because you can do that on Twitch as long as you don't publish. And we're going to have a good time over there. Bring your cold brew. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Take care. Cheers.